Well, congratulations. You completed the Future Dev Bubble course, and you should be super proud and excited of your newfound capabilities because you can now go out there and start making money with this skill. Now, I want to answer a few questions that you probably have and share a couple final thoughts and conclude this module. First of all, how was I able to do this course? Not sponsored, a lot of these. Second, do I own another shirt besides black? No. Third, did I record this whole series in one day? Yes, I'm kidding. But this was a super fun experience for me, and I hope it was for you as well, because I love teaching some of this new technology. As you can tell in some of the lessons, I get super excited because it's something I'm very interested in. Now, at this point, you probably still feel like you don't know enough to go out there and land a client and start building their SaaS application for them. But I want to take you through how I learned this and my learning journey and some of my doubts and fears, because I was in the exact same spot that you're in right now, doubting your capability, and you don't know if you know enough to go out there and actually do this. And spoiler alert, I'm telling you, you do. When I was doing tutorials, I did tutorial after tutorial after tutorial, hours and hours and months of tutorials, learning every single thing I could about Bubble, but it was getting me nowhere. I got stuck in a loop of doing tutorial after tutorial after tutorial, learning this, that, the other. But at the end of the day, I wasn't getting any real-world practical application builds under my belt. You get stuck in what's called tutorial hell. Now, I know from experience, tutorial hell is something everyone goes through, and I believe it's across every industry. You get stuck in taking tutorial after tutorial, never really getting out there and expanding your actual skill set and getting that real-life experience. So make this be the last and only course you need to learn Bubble. I can't stress that enough. You have the foundational skills to go out there and build any SaaS. You've learned everything required to go out and do this. The only things you don't know are small intricacies that you learn along the way. For example, if you run into something you don't know, it's going to be something very specific, and you can go and reference Bubble's documentation and watch a short video on how to do it yourself, and then go and build out that feature. But you have all the foundation there. You've built your foundation, you've built your house almost. Now, when you run into problems where you don't know how to build this specific window or this specific door frame, you go out and learn that specifically. Don't go and take another 10, 12-hour, 20-hour course just to learn a bunch more granular detail and small features that you may not be using day to day. You've built that foundation. You have all of the skills needed to go out and build day-to-day applications. Of course, if anything complex comes up, that's when you go learn. Don't get stuck in the tutorial hell. I can't stress this enough because I myself did it, and it took everything for me to get out of it and do my first project. Now, when you go out and land your first project or client, you're still gonna have that fear and ask yourself, are you able to do this? And I'm gonna tell you, you might not know how to do every feature up front. You might be learning as you go, and that's perfectly fine. You can land a client, start building. If you don't know something, learn it along the way. You can even hop into our community and ask me questions yourself directly. I can try to help you out the best I can. But I just want this conclusion video to help you understand that everyone is gonna have doubts at this stage. You're gonna think that you don't know enough, and you need to get past that, move on, and do a live application for a client or yourself. There's no point in taking another tutorial and spending more hours learning the stuff that you've already learned over and over again, because you're going to do a majority of your learning in the actual applications that you're building for clients. And the reason being is because you're actually doing the work yourself and having to think on your own. These tutorials are great for the foundations, but I can almost guarantee that you are not following and building along with me every step of the way. Some of you might have just been watching on the side and taking notes, etc. Some of you may actually have been building on the side. Now, once you exit the tutorial realm, it's a whole different ballgame because there's not someone there to guide you in specifically how to solve certain problems. You have to be creative and think of your own solutions. Throughout this module and throughout the whole course, we've done multiple examples and demonstrations of how to solve a problem, but there was probably dozens of ways we could have solved that same problem and different ways to go about it, but we chose one and just showcased that. If you go back through the course, you can probably find tons of times where you find a new solution or you find a better way than even we did it in this course. But nonetheless, I just want to reassure you, you have the skill to go and build these applications for clients. I repeat, don't go and take another tutorial. If anything, go back through some of these lessons if you just need a refresher, but go out and build your own applications, because that's what this is all about. It's not about becoming the most expert bubble developer in the world. It's about building these applications yourself, either saving you time and money building your own app or making you money and building apps for others. That's the whole point of this. There's no quiz at the end to test how good of a bubble developer you are, but you now have the foundation to go out there and do this yourself. I encourage you to do so. And when you do, please share your applications with me. I would love to see what you've actually gone out there and built, because I feel a connection with you that if you took this course with me, you go out and build an application, that would just make me so happy to see an application that you built, that you learned from this course. So feel free to share those with us and in the community as well. But I wish you all of the best on your journey. It's been a pleasure guiding you through this together. It's been fun for me as well, but I hope to see you out there in the real world and building real software. So till then, I'll see you in the community. And again, best of luck.